We're taking a new approach to our videos. We've decided we were too serious.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to be more real, lively, eventful, story-like. And so
we lead a pretty decent life, so might as well just include the story to it. Mm-hmm. So
it's time to replace the door handles. Just so you can see what's going on here. There's a little peg. It's got some geary things on it. And a screw in the middle. And Josh has got the screwdriver. And so things are going to get put together. This is the great old question. Can Josh figure out how to use a screwdriver? Oh. And the answer is...
It's not the screwdriver that's giving me an issue. It's this stupid... This goes like this. And
you kind of need a flathead, don't you?
I kind of do, actually.
Do you have? Did you relock it? Ta-da! Ah!
But my question is that how this actually works? And then you just...
Yep, that's how it works. Look at that. Easy as pie when you have the right tools.
Which way do you want?
Well, this is when it's all the way up. So these cars have such good solid door clunks. They hold all the air in.
I shall put it in the most inconvenient place for you possible. Right there.
So it hits my knee?
Uh-huh.
Thanks for that.
Welcome.
Notice how many cars here are beige. Look at, see another beige one over there? They're all beige. Even Josh is beige, see?
My dad's black. Oh.
Oh, he figured out how to get the other one on, but can he figure out how to get this one off?
That's nice. I wonder if this one would even bear replacement. Well, it's got to match the other side.
How different are they?
They're about the same. Dad, we figured out that I fit in the trunk of my car. Thank you.
Trunk of what car?
My car.
Should we show him?
No. You fit in the trunk of the car with the hood closed? Are you taping me?
You didn't get my written consent. You serious?
That's advertisement.
Isn't it?
See?
For a Super Beetle.
It used to just be the Lincolns that could put bodies in.
You could put bodies in. No, you could be an efficient mobster in this.
So you mentioned that you fit in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
I may or may not have tried it once in my life, and you may or may not have been there for that.
And we may or may not do it again.
We may.
We're going to do it again right now. So on these Beetles, interesting thing, nobody can ever figure out how to get into the trunk because you have to pull this little lever, which we just showed you. So now you can get into a Beetle trunk and steal some people's crap.
But not my Beetle.
You should probably leave that stuff in there. It'll be more comfortable. Another interesting thing about these Beetles, very cool actually. So this is the washer fluid reservoir. It doesn't actually have a pump. No pump at all. How it works. Josh, you want to explain it?
Huh?
Explain how the washer fluid works.
So the washer fluid on these old bugs has a hose that goes into the spare tire.
If you forget to do the trunk action, it's kind of annoying, but you know, things happen.
You have a hose that goes into the reservoir that also comes out that delivers it to the car, but where?
Continue.
Lunch.
Lots of lunch.
Salads. where this actually gets its power is not from a pump at all. That actually gets its power from the spare tire,
Which is under here.
which is under there.
Ta-da!
Currently not connected up, but once it's connected up and you've got enough pressure up in the spare tire,
The cool thing about it is, when it gets down to 30 psi, there's a little valve in the reservoir, so that it won't drain your spare tire anymore.
not ingenious.
So it makes you refill the tire. So it's actually genius because you always have to have a tire that's full of air.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you'll know because you spray your windshield every day, right?
Right. Well, it's actually not a problem for me, as I usually have a passenger that's full of hot air as well. So typically, that works too. I really have no room to talk as I'm about to get into the trunk of a Volkswagen.
That's true. Get in.
Okay. I like how I'm so excited to get in. Yes?
Does he fit? Let's see if he fits. Oh my, he fits brilliantly. Not even a problem. Look at that. He's so... We should leave him in there, shouldn't we?
No.
What was that? We couldn't hear you. Okay, we'll let him out. So, how comfortable is it in here?
Actually, this was more comfortable than the last time that I did this.
I think that you thought it through more this time.
I did think it through more times. I mean, this time. I am all about the classics.
That's why he's beige.
Mm-hmm. That's why my car is beige. Actually, it's not why my car is beige. My car is beige by accident.
By accident?
Well, I found the car and it just happened to be beige. I would have bought it if it were any other color. Aside from pink. Probably wouldn't have bought a pink car.
It is actually pretty lovely in beige. Step out. Let's just have a look at the car. Actually, we already took shots of that. Just look at this wonderful shot of the car happening.
I can't believe
Beautiful.
I actually fit in my trunk. And this little guy, we've got, well, that little thing that especially now since we're spending time in my trunk.
There's a little rust on here. Just a teeny weeny bit in the door seal. Well, no, not the door seal, the window sill.
The window.
Wow, I'm an idiot.
Windshield gasket? Window?
Whatever you call it.
Whatever. The car's actually pretty original. It's
Other than that, I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
It's in Savannah beige was
Oh,
the color.
found more rust. There we go. Sad, sad day. Other than that, I mean, it's a brilliant car.
It was a $2,000 car, brand new. So I mean, it was cheap stuff.
$2,000 new.
Well, back in '74,
That was
what,
expensive
10,000?
than 74, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably about a $10,000 car in today's money, which is fairly cheap.
That's pretty cheap. How much is a bug these days? Bugs these days are like in the 20s.
Like these? Or
A turbo bug.
no? Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, this is coming up on 20. At least that's what we like to think.
It's etching there. It's a good investment. It's smart
It
money.
costs more today than it did when it was new.
Uh-huh. I love the people that tell me the stories. Oh, they're such a piece of crap. No. The one that you drove back in high school was the piece of crap.
This one.
Some of these were taken care of. But
Yep. So this car, you're gonna take the trip with us as we make this a perfect bug.
actually, all these.
This kind of needs some new paint too. That's coming off right there.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a little bit.
The engines on these, it's so funny.
That little
Just
guy.
look at that. It's just a tiny little engine.
Oh, that's a motorcycle.
Yep. Dad's playing with the motorcycle down there. This little thing roar. Oh yeah. Look at these tiny little exhaust pipes. They're minuscule. Itsy bitsy little guys. Air cooled. There's no coolant in this. I think dinner's ready maybe. It's a beauty though, isn't it? It's so simple. It's so simple. Oh yeah.
So, what was it? Was it 72 when they came out with the computer? So if you look at this guy right here, you can probably see it better from up there. But that front can come off, but if you look closely, you'll see the VW Audi.
Oh yeah, I'll try and get you in there so you can see it. Yeah.
So that was actually an onboard diagnostic for this time.
Really?
Yeah, the little computer would like print out what the firing order and what the timing was, and
Wow.
try to diagnose it as best it could.
So tell us about what are all those hoses and things?
So these all have to deal with the cooling of the car. So the car uses both the air as intake as well as cooling of it. So this whole, your basic engine is here, of course. Your cylinders, these guys are the cylinders. Right down here is spark
kind of like a
plugs.
Boxster.
Yep. And then oil, of course, your little dipstick. Look how small the dipstick is. Teeny bitty guy.
Tiny little guy.
Little guy. Oil is imperative to an air-cooled, as I hope most of you know. And then this guy back here, you can't see it very well, but this whole shroud is actually the cooling system.
And it's just a big fan.
Yep. And then a lot of the air comes from up here, and then these guys. And
Goes
then
through all the little louvers.
And that's pretty much...
It's pretty amazing how they can keep a car cool with just air.
Yep. Especially when the engine's in the back.
Yeah, it doesn't get much air.
At all.
Pretty amazing.
But that's what they did.
It's a fun little guy. A whole 60 horsepower on this beauty.
But I think because the car's so light, it doesn't actually feel more than that. But
it feels like 20.
It is a lot more fun, and you can't go anywhere. Literally, you can't go anywhere quickly, but you can't run any errands quickly because people. I remember when I had one of those. Actually,
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, which is great.
Everybody
We
wants-
love people.
Everybody wants to talk about this. More so, like, I hardly ever get talked to in my M3. Everybody wants to talk about this. I
It's
guess
a
to be
friendly
expected. My M3's not that old.
It's not a
It's
car.
more normal than this.
I wouldn't say that.
There's more of them.
That's true.
I mean, my M3, there's plenty of those on the road. Look at that. It's just an M3. I think that kind of concludes it for this video. So remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell thing so that you get notifications, and laugh.